Hi, we're from Leipzig Esports. We're here on the DreamHack to watch you guys play. How did you feel yesterday? How do you like the atmosphere here?
It's a little bit cold, but except for that, it felt pretty great playing here.
Nice. Do you have time to look around in the city a little bit?
No, not at all. I enjoyed the central station with the shopping mall and all the places to eat, so it was very nice, but because of the tournament I didn't have much time to look around just yet.
Okay, but maybe afterwards there's time. Yesterday you played a pretty important game against your teammate TLO, obviously, and it was 3-2, and I was wondering how did you feel about playing against a teammate and playing when it's very important for him to win in his hometown?
Yeah, it's a very good question. Playing against a teammate is always a bit of a bad feeling. I would rather face pretty much anyone else but TLO, because playing against a teammate is bad, and also my CVC has not been that great. And losing as well is a very special feeling because everyone's cheering so hard for TLO afterwards. So you're disappointed in your loss, but at the same time you hear everyone's cheers as well. And I don't know if it makes things better or worse. Like, it's a bit of a mixed feeling. But when I think about it, it's a really good story for TLO, and I hope he goes as far as possible and wins the tournament. Like, that would be so sick.
Okay, so you're also so you will continue cheering for him or any other players you want to see in the finals?
I want to see Hydra in the finals because I think he's a really good player and a very good Zerg. So I would love a maybe TLO versus Hydra finals. I'm also rooting a little bit for T-Drogo, but he's playing TLO in the next round. So it's pretty tough. Like, one of my favorites for the tournament is going to be knocked out, either TLO or Drogo. I like them both, but probably going to have to cheer for TLO because Liquid and because Zerg. So yeah, I hope TLO wins.
Okay, nice. And so Hydra TLO finals is still possible. Hydra knocked out Namshar, who beat you in the qualifier for the tournament here. Did you think that Namshar has a chance here because he's a pretty new player to all the big stages and maybe he was a little bit nervous?
Yeah, I think Namshar hasn't been performing as well offline as he usually does online. I think of him as a very strong player, maybe not in CVT, but in CVP and CVC. As CVC especially, he seems to be performing very well. And yeah, my CVC lately, once again, has not been the best, but Namshar played very well against me, and going 3-2 against Hydra is also very good. So I think Namshar, now that he's kind of getting the experience, I think he's going to do better and better at these events. So it was really impressive, his result yesterday.
Okay, that's nice to hear that we have players coming up from and like beating the champs. Can you say anything about your plans for 2016? How you want to start the year and what your goals are?
Yeah. Yeah. I wanted to start it with a win, but that dream is kind of crushed right now. But I have a lot more tournaments coming up. Some that I can talk about, some that I can't. There's going to be the IEM in Katowice, so I'll be going there. So all my attention currently is focused on that tournament. And there are also some online tournaments as well that I hope to participate in. And yeah, I just can't say too much about it right now. But there's a lot of tournaments for me to play in, so I'm going to practice hard and do my best in those.
Nice. And how do you like the new WCS system, that there are actually tournaments where no Koreans are allowed, basically?
Well, I enjoyed playing against Koreans a lot. I'm very happy about the increased prize pool, because back then, as a non-Korean, even if you beat a lot of very good players and then beat some Koreans, you still didn't make a whole lot of money in these open tournaments. It was all about WCS to actually get your income as a player. Whereas if you did amazing at an IEM or a DreamHack, but still lost in the quarterfinals, you wouldn't really get a whole lot of money. So I'm very happy about the new prize distribution, but at the same time, I'm very sad that also the Koreans are locked out. I think reducing the prize money in WCS would have been a great move. Let's say if we kept the old system, and then rather increase the funding for events like DreamHack or events like IEM, but still allowed Koreans. I think that would be a very good middle ground. So Yeah, you know, I liked playing against Koreans. I know that a lot of players don't want to play against Koreans because they just want to make it as far as possible. But I really enjoyed the challenge. And I had a lot of good times with Koreans coming over. Like, so yeah, it's too bad. I miss them, I gotta say.
Okay, thank you for these very nice answers and for your time here. Yeah, we also have a